We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Arizona Cardinals. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Coming this way, Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You got nothing.
2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Key to tight end. Everyone got 4 down.
5. 61. Matchbox light. Snap.
They'll set up to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. The Vikings send out their punter as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
57. Mike, 57. Hey, come on,
On 2nd down now. It's Flowers, and this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Check 43. Deuce. Watch the edge. Showing it. Alert. Right.
Here's Murray fighting. Lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch left, watch left, watch left.
To throw, it's Murray. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Murray now on first down. He completes it to Evans. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Flowers. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He's got Evans. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
This one caught by Isabella. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. An opportunity to get back to level after the fumble return touchdown. First and goal. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Able to get this to Gordon. And this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be set up now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On first down, Flowers about 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And this will be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Shotgun now from Murray. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
Well, that was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, what a move. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half.
Ready.
But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Hey.
They'll run on first down. Walker. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Under 10. Shift. Watch the shift. Go. Hey. Set up.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. from the gun. Murray. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. This is taken at the 10. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Taylor. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. The Vikings send out their punter. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Throwing on 1st down, Murray. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. After the sack on 1st down, Murray flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Let's go. He's crossing. He's checking crab. Rush in. Joker. Slam. Sponge. No. Switch. No. Off. Check nickel. Check four. Wide. Get wide. Slam.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Mike 55. Hey, easy.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This will be taken at the 10. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Harvin that time, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll drop the throw, eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Vikings send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A final shot before half for Murray. Airing this one out for Evans. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway.
Let's go, baby.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. He's still having trouble moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, so much for halftime adjustment. Sometimes the best adjustment you make is no adjustment. You just do things better. But in this case, I think an adjustment was in order. They may have to change up and start throwing the ball around a little bit more.
Hey, ready? 157. Here we go, here we go. Double time. 4 down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And this is caught by Evans. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. 1st down, Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Pressure comes as he gets this one away. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
From the 29, Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And his pass incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check 24. Kill. Check 99. Check 99. He's checking. Crash. He's coming. We got double up.
Operating from the gun, Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Second and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
It's just me and you.
On second and a couple. Murray. They'll find Everett there, complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here we go. Down the ending. Check 3. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On first down, it's Flowers. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw is Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On third down, Flowers. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Go!
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Vikings on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Well, no, I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, box drop. Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 2nd and 2, Murray.
So many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
6-6, pull it high. Yep. Let's go.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Murray to throw. He wants it all for the end. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well timed there by Richard Sherman, a sack on the corner blitz. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Yes.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Hey, D-back, let's go. Get it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
On the ready. Watch 57. Watch QB jump. Watch QB jump.
Back to throw it. Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down at the 10. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
94. Get him. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark.
2nd and 10. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
A gain of 31 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. One final shot. They'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Keep playing the fellas all day. Woo! Let's
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run with Taylor. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Arizona, the win won't get them to 500, but they will finish on a high note at 7-9. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, this was basically just an exhibition game for them, as they'd already clinched home field advantage. But more importantly, they'll get a week to rest as they've earned a first-round bye in this year's playoffs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.